Welcome to our update for 2018. American contemporary jazz musician Vel Lewis, up close and personal here as we catch up with what's going on in 2018 with Vel. VelLewis.com is always a great place to go to find out more. Facebook as well, Vel Lewis Music too, but we've got some good friends of Vel with us today. As a matter of fact, Dean James we'll be talking to in just a moment, an Intervision Records recording artist with a brand new one out, Georgia on My Mind, the Ray Charles song, and some things that Vel is doing with Dean at the After School Arts Academy at Edison Arts Foundation. Vel,
hey,
welcome to 2018, man. It seems like 2018 is like flying by.
Yes, indeed. It has come. Actually, where we are now at spring already. So, having a good time.
You know, the good news about being here today in your home, we decided to do that. Kind of a poignant place to be, considering about 6 months ago, this place had about 1.5 feet of water inside. Mm-hmm. And today it looks gloriously beautiful and everything is put back into place. So guys have done a great job. That's good news.
Yes, it is. Yes, indeed. Nice to be home.
I'm glad to hear that things are getting back to normal here, and let's hope that Mother Nature will be kinder to us in 2018 than it was in 2017. Dean James, as I said, is on the phone. He's an Intervision Records recording artist, got a brand new record out, Georgia on My Mind, the Ray Charles song. But Dean is also involved with Vel at the After School Arts Academy, the Edison Arts Foundation. Vel,
Yes.
Talk more about that. What's that all about?
Yeah, we've been working together, for since February with elementary school kids. We're at the Gene Hines Caldwell Elementary School here in Houston on Tuesdays from 3:30 to 5. And teaching students basically how to read music, how to play instruments, and we've actually now got them designated where they have a couple of students have flutes, a couple have clarinets and saxophone, and Dean has that segment of the woodwind family that he's working with, and 5 students who are learning piano, and they're doing marvelously well as of yesterday. And we also have a couple drummers who are going to hopefully do a little show that we're going to put together next Thursday for the families and friends of the students. And this is working in conjunction with Edison Arts Foundation here in the area. They also have a dance academy as well that's going on, where kids are learning how to play or how to actually dance ballet and do skits and so forth. So they'll have a feature also during the performance next Thursday, and it's going to be exciting.
Wow. And you've got Dean on the phone right now, and talk to Dean about his experience with that as well.
Yeah, let's grab the phone here. Dean, how are you?
Hey, Vel, doing great, man.
Good.
Glad, appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. And Dean, like I say, it's been nice, and I think you can kind of attest to this as well. When we finished up yesterday, we're actually extending the program over the next couple of weeks instead of Monday, Tuesday, to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so we can get the kids ready for next Thursday. And that we had some, I guess, good improvement, as I guess you would say, that the kids are really learning how to play notes now, which is a major feat.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but rewarding experience as well, because you're looking at second graders who are being acclimated to playing an instrument for the first time.
Exactly.
And at the beginning of the course, well, like you said, we first started in February, where we were kind of giving them a little theory and ear training and try to listen for the types of instruments that are out there and that are being played in all sorts of genres of music, and the kids, they adapted to it the first couple of classes, and that was great. And by the time they got around to physically holding an instrument, they had some knowledge of listening or experiencing, the sound of that particular instrument, especially the woodwind players, the flute players, the clarinetists, and I have 2 saxophone students.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, there was some incredible progress yesterday, and especially when we're getting ready for the next week's program.
Yeah, like I was telling you yesterday too, I was really surprised with the pianists that they all have learned how to read music already. They can actually look at a sheet of music that we're working on, a particular song that we're going to perform, and they can tell me what notes they are from the lines and spaces, and actually go to a keyboard and pick out those notes. And one little girl played the whole song in the first staff amazingly well. So that was exciting, and like you say, a rewarding experience nonetheless, because it's just to see these kids at their age doing what they're doing. It's just been really nice. Yeah, I appreciate your help, man.
Hey, Vel, where can folks find out about that, the after-school arts?
Yeah, I've actually put some information on my Facebook page. It's Vel Lewis Music, facebook.com//Vel Lewis Music, and there's a couple of articles that have been posted there. You can also go to the Edison Foundation, Edison Arts Foundation page on Facebook, and there's information there as well.
I want to say thank you to Dean James, Intervision recording artist. And check out Dean's brand new single, the Ray Charles song, Georgia on My Mind. Where can they find that?
Dean, I think you're on iTunes, correct?
Yeah, iTunes, cdbaby.com, and Amazon. And it's not just the instrumental, but what we did, we recorded it, and featuring a female vocalist from the Republic of Georgia. Actually, she's from Tbilisi, and we are planning on doing a concert in Russia at the end of May. So look for her. She's a budding talent, new talent, and of all places, she came out to Katy, Texas, and recorded her project. So I was there at the right place, right time.
You're right.
We can invite Dean to stay with us here and listen to the rest of the interview if you'd like, if that's great. But Dean, thanks again for being here today. We appreciate that with Vel. I want to talk about a guy by the name of Kev Roberts, who discovered you, or you discovered him. I'm not quite sure, but I think he discovered you because of the fan base that you have in Europe. But just a few weeks ago, you had the opportunity to travel to Las Vegas and really showcase a song that you had out there in the 70s.
Right.
It's a song called Tell Me Why, and it was the event in Vegas was called Soul Trip USA. Mm-hmm. Man, that had to be a blast to get out there.
It was amazing. And just to answer the question, yeah, we both kind of found each other. Kev Roberts found me when the record first released back in 1974, when the record was released on Warner Brothers, by playing it, and as they say, the terminology, he broke the record, so to speak, in the dance clubs in London, England. And the record took off amazingly well for thousands of fans that were going to these dance clubs that they call, I believe, weekenders and overnighters over there, within the movement called Northern Soul. And over the years, it's just grown to the point where this record is now a collector's item in the UK, going for upwards of $300 for just the 45 RPM.
Wow.
Which is, I was floored when I heard about this information. But some friends of mine from the UK, one in particular here, suggested that I contact him because they knew that he's the promoter of Northern Soul events. And as soon as I sent an email to him with some information about the record, he immediately responded back and said, yes, I know this record is a big smash over here. Vel, look, I'm so glad to finally get in touch with you. Can you please join me and hundreds of your fans that are going to be here in Las Vegas for this 7-day convention? And I said, absolutely. So went out there and performed the song against tracks, and away we went. People were just going crazy afterwards, wanting autographs and pictures. And one guy was even surprised when he walked up and said, look at my goosebumps. I can't believe it. Look, I have goosebumps. I can't believe I'm sitting here with you. Wow, that alone was just overwhelming for me to see people respond like that.
Give us a chorus or just a short piece of music from that song's called "Tell Me Why."
Why do you look, girl, but don't speak? Why do you tease and never ever treat? Yeah, has life really been that hard to you that I have to play unnecessary fool?
You know what's really cool about that? That's totally different from the record, from an interpretation standpoint. Mm-hmm. Man, you gotta do that at your concerts just that way now.
Yeah, actually, I was talking to the original band members, and we might just go in the studio and re-record it.
Oh, that'd be great.
So yeah, I'll either be with them or my buddy Dean and a few other people will get together and record it again here.
Because it's different. The texture is so different because the original, I think I told you this, sounded a lot like TSOP. And it really did. It had that vibe. But this is like, this reminds me of what Daryl Hall would be doing with a song and repurposing it and bringing it into the 21st century. You got to do that, man. You got to do that. Hey, you also had a chance, and I know we're looking back, and we'll look ahead here in just a moment. You also had a chance to go to the New York City Music Awards, the pre-Grammy party. Was it a good party?
Yeah, it was actually a few parties going on.
And you had a chance to hook up with a good friend and cohort Dionne Warwick and
Yes,
Patty
indeed.
Austin as well. You had a chance to see there.
Yeah, that was fun. Patty and I hadn't really met personally until that night. That was at the Round Glass Music Awards. That was their inaugural ceremony for awards being given out to various types of music genres and artists involved in those genres. And I was surprised when I saw her come up to perform. And after the performance was done, we could mingle, and since it was an invitation-only type event, that I actually could go up and meet with her one-on-one, and we started talking about their backgrounds being similar, and her relationship was niece to Quincy Jones, and that Quincy and I had met also in California some years back, and she said, oh my gosh, yeah, and you played with Dionne Warwick? Oh yeah, and it just went from there, and we had a great time talking and took pictures and so forth. So
You made a new friend. How's Dionne doing?
Dionne's doing well. I actually saw her again just recently. I was performing in Birmingham, Alabama, in that area. There's a club there called Perfect Note. Did a performance there and then left heading back towards Houston and found that she was performing at the Golden Nugget in Louisiana. So I stopped in and met her backstage, and again, arms in arms. Oh, good to see you. Great you came, and thanks so much. How'd you like the show? Oh, it was great. And she had thousands of people there, so it was a packed house, which was really nice.
She still sounded as great as she always has.
Oh yes, indeed, absolutely. And the songs are just timeless. To hear those songs over, oh my gosh.
Speaking of timeless, let's look ahead to 2018 and what's cooking for you as we move into the summer months and the fall.
Yeah, I'm actually finishing up a couple dates that I have here. One in May, corporate event for a company, and then June 14th, scheduled to perform for the Missouri City Juneteenth Foundation Gala. They have a community service gala, awards gala that they do annually, and they've asked me to perform. And then right after that, I'd like to go into rehearsals with the band and start tracking. So we're looking to be in the studio during the month of May and June, and get the songs ready for a new album that I have already composed. And I'm talking to, again, Dean to come on in and do some work with us, to have him on a couple songs if he'd like to. And a few other artists that are very well known who have talked to me and said, yeah, let's do this. So it's going to be a nice, stellar event of great recordings.
2018 is going to be a great year for you. In 2017 really was a good year in spite of the flood, but I see 2018 being even better than that. Why don't you take us out today with more of Tell Me Why, because that was a real good, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you look, girl, but don't speak? Why do you tease and never ever treat? Yeah, as I've really been that hard to you, that I have to play a necessary fool. You promised me, girl, that was a dream come true. You told me that I was the only man for you. As time went on, you told me goodbye. Darling, darling, please tell me why. Why, baby? We're trying to make the dream come true.